Okay, question number 1. Graph inequality x plus 2y greater equal to. Okay. You can use two methods. One is method of intercept. The other one is method of slope intercept. I would suggest if numbers are easy to divide by each other, let's say like here we have a coefficient, here we have 1, the y has coefficient 2, and here we have 2, then I would definitely use method of intercept. But if I would have, let's say, 3x minus, for example, 4y less equal 5, for example. See, the coefficients 3, 4, 5 is difficult to divide by each other, right? That's for, in that case, I would use slope intercept. So it all depends on these coefficients, okay? Now in this case, it's easy case, coefficient of x is 1, coefficient of y is 2, and it's greater or equal to, so I'm choosing graphing based on intercepts. Okay. So let me pick this one, yeah, so it would be easier to draw. All right, so this is 2, this is 4, this is 2, this is 4. So first one, intercept when x is equal 0. Then we have 2y is greater or equal to, y is greater or equal 1. Yes? Okay. So when y is equal 0, then we have x greater or equal to. So first of all, let's build the graph. To build the graph, we are going to write down x plus 2y is equal to. We drop this inequality and put equal to. Okay, so x is equal 0. Then our 2y is equal 2 and y is equal 1. Correct? That's the first coordinate, 0, 1. And second one, y is equal 0. We get x is equal 2, which means coordinate is going to be, second point is going to be 2 and 0. Let's take it, 2 and 0. Here it is, 2 and 0. And 0 and 1, which is going to be this one, 0 and 1. So the graph, it's going to be like this. Okay, thicker. So there we go. Okay, so this is our graph, and because we have equal sign here, yes, then it's going to be solid line. So what do we have here for shading area? We have y is greater than 1. Here it is. This is greater than 1. And x is y is equal 0, x is greater than 2. Greater than 2, it's coming this way, yes? So which means our shading area is gonna go this way. All right? Okay. We have it. Okay. Question number 2. Let's go question number 2. What do we have? 5x minus y is greater than 10. Okay, I have 5, 10, and 1, so I can use intercept, right? So first of all, let's draw. Okay. And then this one. So let's write down 5x minus y is equal 10, because to draw the graph, it has to be equal. So x is equal 0. We get negative y is equal 10, or y is equal negative 10, right? So first coordinate 0, negative 10. When y is equal 0, then we get 5x is equal 10, x is equal 2, right? Dividing by 5, and 5x and 10, we get 2. Now let's shade it area. When x is equal 0, negative y greater than 10, and from here, when we divide by negative 1, right? We need to get rid of negative 1. Let me see, this is maybe thicker, yes. Divide by negative 1, and this sign also flips. And we get y is less than negative 10. So let's build the second case for shading. Y is equal 0. 5x is greater than 10. And x is greater than 2. We divide by 5. So this one is 0, negative 10. Actually, this is shading. We don't need coordinate. Coordinate we have here on this side. Okay. So this is 2 and 0. We have 2 and 0. It's right here. 2 and 0. And we have negative 10. So let me do this. So not to go too much down, I'm going to move this one high, like that. This is going to be 2. Now 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's going to come right here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is negative 10, and positive 2, 0 is right here. Now, here we are missing equal sign, right? So as you can see, it's only greater than equal sign is missing. Therefore, our line is going to go dashes. What means that dashes in engineering, in usage? Dashes, you are showing the part of object that is falling behind and it's not seen. Okay, that's why this part we are showing with dashes to show what's behind of or inside of the object that is not seen. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to go dashes. I'm going to like that. Okay. Now let's see which direction we are heading with shading. So here we have y is less than negative 10 and x is greater than 2. So less than negative 10, it's coming this way, and greater than 2 coming this way, which means the entire area is going to be shaded this direction, like that. Okay, we are good. Oh, all right, it's clear. It's coming this way. Question number 3. We have y is less equal 1/4 of x. Okay? All right. So this is going to be 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. All right. So let's solve it first. Build the graph. Y is equal 1/4 of x. Okay. So when x is 0, y is going to be 0 because we get 1/4 times 0, right? Okay, if y is equal 0, x is also going to be 0. Why? Because if 1/4 of x is equal 0, that means x has to be 0. Otherwise, you won't get product as a 0. So we're ending up with 1.00. In that case, we have to take some value of x, which I am taking, let's say, 4. I'm taking 4. Why? Because it's 1/4. I multiply, get rid of fraction. So if x is equal 4, you have to have 2 points to draw the line because you end up only 1.00. Then we're taking second point. And I suggest to take x is equal 4 because y will be equal 1/4 times 4. Okay? This means this is going to be cancelled, this with this, and we will get 1. So when x is equal 4 here, y is equal 1. No, this is 2. Hold on. So has to go a little bit lower. If this is 2, oh, it's 1, yeah. There we go. We need to provide line. All right. So it's going to be solid line because we have equal sign. Now let's figure out shaded area. Okay, when x is equal 0, then we get y is less equal 0. When y is equal 0, we get 0 is less than 1/4 of x, which means 1/4 of x is greater than 0, which means x is greater than 0. Okay, we got y is less than 0, which is coming this way. And second one, we get x is equal 0. this one, and this one. Actually, it's going to be greater or equal. Yeah. So, which is going to be x greater than 0, then it's coming this way. There we go. Moving to question number 4. X is greater or equal 3. All right. X is greater or equal 3. So to be able to graph, we write down x is greater than 3. Okay, where is 3? This is 2, this is 4. 3 is going to be right here. Okay? And because it's a solid line, so I'm going to take solid line, and that's going to be, let me change the color. Okay, and this is x greater or equal 3, solid line. The only thing is it says x greater than 3, so we are going to shade it greater than 3. It's going to go this way. Okay. Okay. Good enough. Question number 5. Question number 5, y is less than negative 4. Okay, that means okay, y is less than negative 4. Where is my 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4, so I'm going to provide line. All right. So less than negative 4, that means, oh, by the way, equal sign is missing, so we put dashes. Okay. And change the color of fractions of function. That's going to be like that. Okay. And we have y is less than negative 4. Less than negative 4. So here we have less than. Okay. All right. Question number 6. We need to graph the following inequality. It's going to be x squared plus y squared less equal 49. Okay. This is a formula of circle. The circle says x squared, let me make thicker one. X squared plus y squared is equal, let's say, radius squared. This is formula for circle, where x and y is a center and r is a radius. All right? So if I have, for example, x squared plus y squared is equal to 25, that means the circle is going to go, first of all, center is going to be 0, 0, because x squared, y squared. Otherwise, general form, it's going to be, let me put general form. So it's going to be x minus h squared plus y minus k squared less than r squared. R squared, it's a radius of circle. So when we have y squared plus x squared, that means this is 0, this is 0. That's why we have. If it's 0, that means 0, 0. That means the center of the circle is in the middle. And 25, which is square root, it's our radius. It's going to be 5. Okay, which means for this one, we are going to draw the graph. All right, so if 49 is a r squared, meaning radius squared, then radius going to be 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm going to draw the circle, so wish me good luck. Yeah, definitely it's gonna look like circle. Oh, very nice. Well, this one is, I made mistake here by 1. I can't take in. Oh, here it is. We have it here also. There we go. We have it. So this is radius 7, x squared plus y squared equal 49, which is radius 7, square root of 49. Now let's see what's going to be the shading area in this case. So when x is equal 0, y squared less equal 49, y is less equal 7, right? And it's going to be plus minus y, it's going to be 7, which means y is less equal 7, negative y less equal 7. So negative y less equal 7, that means y is going to be greater equal negative 7. So we have y is less equal 7, and we have y greater equal negative 7. Okay? Now let's take care of x when y is equal 0. So when y is equal 0, we get x squared less equal 49, which is plus minus x less equal 49, and positive x, less equal 7, and positive x less equal 7, or negative x less equal 7, from where x is greater or equal negative 7. So here our shaded area is going to be x is less equal 7 and x is greater or equal negative 7. All right, so what do we have? Let's see, let's shade it. Y is less than 7, this is less than 7, right? Y is greater or equal negative 7. X is greater than 7. Here it is. And x is greater than negative 7, which means, what do we have? We are going to shade inside of circle. And that's going to be our answer. Do I have max? Yeah. Maximum thickness. Okay. So this is what we're going to have. Okay. Let me try to paint it fast. So we're good. All right. And this is our circle. All right. Now take a guess. If we have x squared plus y squared less equal 49, we shade it inside. That means if we would have x squared plus y squared greater or equal 49, we would shade out of circle. We will have the case. We will see. Question number 7. Question number 7. We have x squared plus y squared is less than 4. Okay, equal sign is missing, so our circle is going to be here, dashes, right? And our radius for the circle is going to be 2. So let's provide this, okay. Okay, let's go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, because radius is 2, right? So we are going to go like this. Okay, approximately feels good. So when x is equal 0, y squared less than 4. Oh, okay, we equal sign is missing, so let's go dashes, and I can't go dashes. Okay, maybe this way I can go with dashes. Okay, this way I can go dashes, and my circle has to go dashes because equal sign is missing, right? Okay, so x is equal 0, y squared less than 4, which means plus minus y is less than 2. So first answer is going to be y is less than 2. The other one, negative y less than 2, which means y is greater than negative 2. Remember, when you divide, because here we divide by negative 1, and that flipped the sign here also. And that's why we get y is greater than negative 2, and the same thing we had here also, negative y is less equal 7, if divide by negative 1, and this is going to flip the sign also. Okay, so y is greater than negative 2. Okay, two solutions of y. Y is less than 2, y is greater than negative 2, and the other one we take y is equal 0. Okay, and x squared less than 4, which means plus minus x less than 2. That means positive x less than 2 and negative x less than 2. If we divide by negative 1, this is going to flip the sign here also, and we will get x is greater than negative 2. So, what do we have? Y is less than 2, here it is. Y is greater than negative 2, and then we have x is less than 2, x is greater than negative 2. Okay, so we have shading inside of circle. Okay, we have it. Question number 8. Now we will have different story here. I can put right here, question number 8, I can solve right here. What do we have? X minus 6 squared plus y plus 8 squared greater than 4. All right. Now here we have greater. So it's going to be interesting with this one. This is graphing environment here, and this one, and we have shifting of x and y also. So it's going to be very nice case we can explore. So while in previous cases we have center of the circle 0, 0, because we didn't have any shifting at the x or any shifting at y, right? But in this case we do have shifting x minus 6 and y plus 8. So one more time, let me remind you, if we have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equal r squared, then r is a radius, we already know, and center of the circle is going to be h and k. Okay, center is going to be at h and k. So what does that mean? The center in this case, it's going to be positive 6, negative 8. Center of circle, let me write down. Center is 6 and negative 8. Okay, let me move this one up a little bit. Because we need 8, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, negative 8. All right, it's coming like this. And 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, positive 6. It's coming down. All right, this is our center. It's going to be for the circle, and the radius is going to be 2 because it's r squared. 4 squared is going to be 2. So it's going to be like this one will be radius. So if I go 7, 8, this one is going to be reduced. 4, this is going to be reduced, and 9, 10, this is going to be reduced. And it's going to be dashes. Okay, we'll take care of dashes after I draw the circle. Well, not precisely, but close. Let me see if I can get it change. No, I can't get into, is 2. So now let's figure out how we're going to shade it. So therefore, I'm going to turn x into 0. And to turn x into 0, I have to take x is equal 6. So x is equal 6. So I will have here 0, right? X will be gone. 6 minus 6 is 0. So I will have y plus 8 squared greater than 4, which means y plus 8 greater than, plus minus y plus 8 greater than 2, because I took square root, right? On both sides, I took square root, and I got plus minus y plus 8 greater than 2, and we get y plus 8 greater than 2, and negative y plus 8 greater than 2. So y from here greater than, moving here, will be negative 8. Negative 8 plus 2 will be negative 6. And here I will get negative y minus 8 greater than 2. And we get negative y greater than positive 8 plus 2. So negative y greater than 10. And once we divide by negative 1 here, negative 1 here, we flip this sign also, and we get y is less than negative 10. So these two shadings, it's going to be this one, and then this one. So y is less than, greater than negative 6. Greater than negative 6. This is our negative 6, so it's going to go here, right? Because remember, I put here negative 6. This is negative 10, right? This is 4, and this is 8. So greater than negative 6, and then y is less than negative 10. Less than negative 10, it's coming this way. Remember what I said, when we have here greater than, then we're going to shade outside. Now let's take a guess. If I change the value of y, make it 0, and it will make 0 when y is equal negative 8, yes? So if I put negative 8, y plus, the negative 8 plus 8 is going to be 0. Therefore, I will have x minus 6 squared greater than 4 from here, plus minus x minus 6 is greater than 2. So from here, either 2, and that means x minus 6 greater than 2, and negative x minus 6 greater than 2. So here x is greater than positive 6 plus 2, x greater than 8. That's the first version, first answer. And second one is going to be negative x plus 6 greater than 2, negative x greater than negative 6 plus 2, negative x greater than negative 4. And if I divide by negative 1, what's happening? Oh, okay. Because of this negative 1, divide by negative 1, and it's going to flip the sign, and we get x is less than positive 4. Okay. So let's shade it. X is greater than 8. Here it is, greater than 8. And x is less than 4, which is this one. Okay, so this is what's happening this time. It's shading out of circle. So if the circle is given in the form of greater than, and now because we have we are missing equal sign, it's only greater than, then on the top of everything I have also make these dashes. Let me make these dashes. We have it. And it's gonna be entire area. Everything but inside. Okay? And that's gonna be your shaded area. Okay. All right, we are good. This is good enough. And that's all. Okay, question number 9. Question number 9. What do we have? Y is less than x squared minus 3. So as we know, first we have to graph y is equal x squared. Whoever doesn't remember this, I will put the reference at the end of the video so you can go to that video and watch it. So if x is equal plus minus 1, let's say this is 1 here, this is 1 here, y is still gonna be 1, which is right here. So, and when x is 0, y is 0, which means right here. So, let me see. No, I'm going to draw approximately. Use your imagination. This is a symmetric curve. All right. So this is y is equal x squared. And we have to go dashes because there is no equal sign. Yes. All right. And minus 3, so we are taking, it's a change of y, we are taking and shifting down by 3. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. So it's gonna come down parallel. There we go. And this is y is equal x squared minus 3. Okay, now let's shade it. So I'm going to clean this because we don't need this anymore. I used it to build our graph, but now we don't need this anymore. We leave our graph there. Okay. So now let's see how we're gonna shade it, which way it's gonna go. So for y squared is equal x squared minus 3. If my x is equal 0, then y is less than negative 3. Right? This is my negative 3. So it's going to be less than negative 3. It's shading down here. Now, when y is equal 0, we are getting 0 less than x squared minus 3. Yes? So if I move negative 3 on this side, it would be positive 3. 3 less than x squared, or I can get x squared greater than 3. Right? Why we got that? For example, if I put 2 is less than 3, that's the same thing. If I write down 3 is greater than 2. Right? Therefore, since I switched to a position 3 and x squared, I have to change the sign also, right? Alright, so we get x greater than 3, which means, x squared greater than 3, which means x is going to be equal plus minus x. It's going to be greater than square root of 3. Square root of 3, I know square root of 2 is 1.44. Well, square root of 3 could be 1.48 or something. It doesn't matter. Well, approximately we know how much it is. So first x greater than square root of 3, and negative x, that second version, greater than square root of 3, or x is less than negative square root of 3. Okay. If this is my square root of 3, how much is square root of 3 anyway? Let me see. It's 3 and square root 1.73. So this point is going to be 1.73. So it's going to be greater than and less than negative 1. So it's going to be around greater than and less than. So this is going to be our shading area. Everything around. All right? And that's all. So we got it. All right. Question number 10. Question number 10. What do we have? Y is greater or equal x squared minus 8. Let's take a guess. Here we had y less than x squared minus 3, and we shaded in surroundings. But when it says y is greater than, guess where shading will go? Yes, inside. Of course, it's going to go inside. Okay. So, let's graph it. Again, we have this graph. And what is it? If this is x squared, this is 1, this is 1, this is also 1. And I'm going to go with dashes because I'm going to clean it after I build the graph. So shifting down by 8. So let's assume this is my 8, just for the heck of it. So my graph is gonna go down by 8. Okay. Down by 8. All right. So let's see then how we're gonna shade it. When x is equal 0, we get y is greater equal negative 8. Okay, this is my negative 8. Greater equal negative 8. It's gonna come this way. Let me clean this. We don't need this creating mess. We used it so to find the original that we need, x squared minus 8. Now we don't need it, so it's going to go up. Yes. Now let's see about x. If y is equal 0, y is equal 0, then we have 0 greater equal x squared minus 8. So which means moving negative 8 on this side, 8 greater equal x squared. Yes, 8 greater equal x squared, which means x squared is less equal 8. Just in case, to refresh your memory why we switched the sign also, let's say if I have 3 is greater than 2, right? So if I switch with positions 2 and 3, what will gonna happen to sign? You switch also. Therefore, once I clicked switch the number, the variable and the natural number x squared and 8, I switched with position. I had to switch the sign also. Okay, now if we take square root, I will get plus minus x less equal. Here I will get square root of 8. To remind you, square root of 8 is square root of 4 times square root of 2. Square root of 4 is 2, and square root of 2 is, I know it's approximately 1.44 and times 2. So we approximately know how much it is. So we get plus minus x less equal to square root of 2. From here, positive x less equal to square root of 2, negative x less equal to square root of 2. So if I divide by negative 1 here, divide by negative 1 here, excuse me, I am getting x greater equal, because it's gonna flip the sign also. When you divide by negative number, then it's gonna affect your sign also. Greater equal to square root of 2. Okay, so from here, x is less than 2 square root of 2. So how much is going to be 2 square root of 2? We know that this is 1, right? We built the y is equal x squared. We took 1 and 1. So this is going to be about 2 and a little bit over. Just like we said, 2 and a little bit over. So it's going to be less than, here it is, x is less than 2.2. It's limited specific by this border. Okay, and greater than, negative 2 square root of 2 is greater than negative 2 square root of 2. Okay. And we got it. So we shade it inside. All right. Moving to next question, number 11. Y is greater than 7 to power x. All right. I'm going to put the video, reference to the video at the end of the screen, so you will know, remind you how to graph the graph function with exponent. But real quick, just so you know, I'll show you. This is coming this way, and we open, make this nice. Okay, so how I'm going to graph 7 to power x? I know that 2 to power x, if x is 0, when x is 0, it's going to be 1. Gonna go from, it's going to go through 1, like this. When x is equal 1, 2 to power, let me write down, 2 to power 0, when x is equal 0, is equal 1. And 2 to power 1, when x is equal 1, right? X equals 0, x equal 1, it's going to be equal 2. So x is 0, my the y is going to be 1, and when x is equal 1, my y is going to be 2. Having these 2 points, and down here, you can take a couple of values of x. You will see it goes this way. Okay, now for the 7, x is equal 0. 7 to power x is equal 1, right? X is equal 1. 7 to power 1 is equal 7. For this very reason, I will need y is equal 7. That's why I drew this x-axis this low, so I can get to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7. We need this 1, right? It's going to go through 1. And when x is equal 1, this point is going to be 7. Okay. Now, because we have the equal sign is missing, it's going to be dashes. So my graph is going to look like and again, I will put the reference to at the end of the screen, how to graph exponential functions. Okay, so this is the graph. Now let's shade it. Y is greater 7 to power x. So when x is equal when x is equal 0, then y is going to be greater than 1. Therefore, y is 1, so greater than 1. We are going to go through this shaded area that is limited by graph. Okay, and this is going to be our solution. Everything to the left from the graph is going to be our solution. Okay. There we go. Okay. Question number 12. Okay, next problem is y greater equal log 2 by the log by base 2 x plus 5. And since I had already this one prepared nicely, so I didn't start to cleaning. I'll just go over and explain. So before we build logarithm x plus 5 by base 2, first of all, we need to build y greater equal log x by base 2. And one thing we know that all logarithmic functions are going through x is equal 1 and then y is equal 0. Why? Because if you take, let's say, y is equal 0 here, at the equal 0, if I raise 2 to power 0, I get 1. So it doesn't matter what's the base gonna be, as long as y is 0, x gonna be equal 1. And here we have it. Okay, so yx by base 2, it's gonna go like that. Like this. Okay, all right, so once we have this, now we are ready to build logarithm x plus 5 by base 2. What we're gonna do this way, so plus 5, it's a change of x. As we know in graphing, the change of x goes always opposite direction. If we have x plus 5, then we have to move to we have to move x by negative 5, which means our coordinate that we have 1, 0, that we have 1 comma 0 will become negative 4, 0. Why? Because if I 1 do minus 5, 1 and negative 5, it's going to be negative 4, because we are shifting x and 1 is a coordinate of x. That's why I am adding to existing coordinate of 1. So, and we end up with negative 4, 0, which is this point. And accordingly, see, we have distance of 1 between center 0, and this center of 0 will move to negative 5. Those are these dashes here. Okay, these dashes here. And the graph will run parallel to what we had originally. All right, now, how about shading area? So let's take x is equal 0, and y will be greater log by base 2, 0 plus 5, which is going to be 0 plus 5. We're going to get logarithm 5 by base 2. Yes? Okay. If somebody's calculator will tell you how much it's going to be, logarithm 5 by base 2, then that's fine. My calculator has only natural logarithm and logarithm by base 10. Therefore, I'm going to change logarithm by base 2. I'm going to change into logarithm by base the e, which is natural logarithm. How we change base? Let me refresh your memory real quick. Logarithm a by base b, right? It's going to be, if I want to change to natural logarithm, I'm taking natural logarithm of b dividing by natural logarithm of a. Logarithm of is b divided by logarithm of a. Same thing here, natural logarithm of 5 divided by natural logarithm of 2. And on calculator, it's a logarithm, natural log of 5 is 161, natural log of 2, 0.69, which approximately equal to 0.45. This way I found that 2.45, approximately this point here, that's where it's crossing y when x is equal 0. Plus, we know when x is equal 0, y is going to run above, right here, look here, it's going to run above 2.45. Therefore, I shaded with yellow area. So the area above my graph, it's going to be a satisfactory solution, any number above this graph. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching, and in next video I will record other 12 inequalities. I decided from now on to break into 2 videos, otherwise it's way too long, and if you need to find specific problem to solve, you have to either rewind or forward to be able to find among 12 problems. It's easier to find. Actually, I could write down at what minute which problem is started. If you think that way would be more helpful, Please put in the comments that you would prefer me to put the time, at what time which problem starts, so it would be easy for you to find. Or I can break into two videos, 12 and 12 for 24 questions. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you in next video. Bye for now.